Hello everybody and welcome back to No Man's Sky. Last played at 2:54 yesterday. Sounds about right, doesn't it? Can't remember where we were. Probably doing something with inventory management. Those shaders load me every time. So I wonder what that is all about. I wonder what it has to load shaders every single boot in. I wonder what that's... I wonder why it has to do that. It's a very strange game, isn't it? It does a lot of very weird and wonderful things. Some of which are mind-blowing, some of which genuinely sort of beg the question of why, how, and can you fix it, please? I must admit, the amount of bugs people keep talking about, it does make me really concerned. Alright, we okay? We are up and running. Ah, he looks beautiful. Look at our little geck. Our little fire gecko. He's got his Skyrim belly shield on, look. What were we even doing on this planet? Actually, that's a good question. What were we doing on this planet? Let's go and get in our... Oh! We get more points for these now, don't we? That's kind of cool. You can actually see a whole herd of them, look. The Biriad Zeus. Whatever one of them is, mate. I like the way they shuffle their feet. Good morning, Knife. How you doing, sir? Good morning, Caterpillar. Good morning, Pixie. Good morning, Hopkins. Good morning, Spitters. Good morning, McGlash. Good morning, Riven. I tell you what, mate. If I got paid £1 for every time somebody asks me, is this game good now? So they just disappear then. I reckon I could afford a nice pint of Beck's down the pub. The game's always been good, Riven Rita. And that therein lies the problem when people ask that question. The game has always been good. The same game simply just keeps getting better. It's that right there is the crunch of the problem. Have you ever played it, Riven? Should we use you as today's scapegoat to have a chinwag about No Man's Sky and the history of hatred? How you doing, Riven? I haven't seen you for ages, mate. I haven't seen much of the No Man's Sky streams. Did you change your character manually, or does it evolve? No, you change it manually. So if you go to one of the space stations, you can choose to be one of, I think, about 4 or 5 possibly different life forms. Right, okay. Let's have a look what we're up to then. Exosuit, inventory space. We've got lots of carbon and pure ferrite to refine. Starship, looking pretty good. So what were we doing down here? Why did we come here? Good question. Anyone remember what we were up to? I can only think we came to make something. Not got a clue, guys. I've been up all night, so... craft products. Oh, I wonder if... Tell you what. Wonder if... Superoxide crystals we can't make, so we still can't make the plasma launcher, can we? Was there not something else that we were trying to actually make? Something on the exosuit, perhaps? In technology? Oxygen cycle, we can't seem to find any oxygen filters. The rocket beats apparently don't work, do they? Anyone remember what the hell we were doing? I was looking for a hacksaw. How you doing, Sadie? All on that day, will I run to the rock? Got a little bit of get moonwalking going on for you, bro. Look at that. Look at that, Sadie. Don't get any better than that, bro. Right, I've just had to get changed into my shorts and t-shirt, and my collar on my t-shirt's all stuck around the back of my neck. That's better. Right, okay. I'm good, thanks. When the game launched, many reviews came with the impression the game got boring and repetitive after a few hours, and the planets weren't really that different. Yeah, just bullshit reviews, Riven, unfortunately. The planets are all very, very different. It depends on what people want to call different, I guess, mate. That's the problem with interpretation of reviews. The reviews were actually fairly positive around it in most cases. It was more a case of the internet hype having gone crazy, and people expecting things that had never been spoken about, but also expecting things that had been spoken about. But, you know, the simple fact of the matter is, Riven, and this is something that a lot of people aren't talking about, is the game has not changed. It's changed in the sense of they've added things to it, but the core concept, the true core spirit of what No Man's Sky is exactly the same as the day it released. That sense of adventure, of awe, of wondering what is out there is still what makes the game the game. You know, the fact it's got some multiplayer, the fact that some bugs have been fixed, the fact that, you know, animals now eat one another, it makes very little difference to what really makes the game fun. They've simply taken something that worked for those of us that enjoyed it and made it a lot better. I think people are still buying the game expecting it to be pew pew Bollymagroo Call of Duty in space with, you know, massively radical different biomes on every planet. Like Mass Effect in an infinite universe, and the game's never going to be that, mate. People need to check their expectations at the door, I think. They don't do that with other games. Why should they do it with No Man's Sky? It's just become a cool thing to hate on NMS, unfortunately. I have no time for such fools. Was it you who mentioned watched Edge of Tomorrow? Actually, you know what? I need to make a note of that. I'm going to rewatch that if I get a chance on the train. Edge of Tomorrow. This is the Tom Cruise films, everyone. It's because they're making a second one, aren't they? You're right, Stripey Pants. How you doing, bro? No Man's Sky is not for you. You don't like it. Wouldn't ever say it's a bad game, though. Just not something I enjoy. Yeah, I can get that. See, this is it, Capital. At least you're honest. You see, at least you're honest with yourself. You know, you're not going to go buying it and then hating on it for forever and a day. See, it's surprising to me. It's quite a surprise that you don't like it. Actually, I'm actually slightly surprised by that. I think a lot of people that like 7 days. What am I doing here? Transfer that to the exosuit. Transfer that to the exosuit. Yeah, a lot of people that like 7 days, I should imagine, kind of would enjoy this. It's the sense of, you know, the building elements, the exploration, the looting, if you like, albeit in a very different way. So that does actually surprise me. I should imagine most people that like survival games in general would actually like this, but as you say, each to their own, mate. Each to their own. What are we doing in here? Carbon. See, it always makes me realise when I come and play a game like this just how shallow 7 days actually is. I mean, it's a fantastic game. I love 7 days. It's quite possibly my favourite game, and will remain my favourite game for a long, long time. But actually, as a survival game, it does a lot more than any other survival game out there. And it's that simple. There is nothing else to compare to it. But when you actually think about the scope of it, considering the size of the dev team, you know, that's there, it's no surprise that it's cyclic. That people play 7 days and then go off and wander away and do something else. I think there's a few hardcore of us that there's something just, I don't know, almost spiritual about 7 days. But I can get why people don't play it all day, every day. But, you know, it's like I always said about the random gen worlds, you know, I don't really feel it adds that much to the game, to be absolutely honest with you. You cheeky monkey. I think No Man's Sky is definitely the sort of game that I could see myself playing forever. Like, quite literally forever. 7 days, it's cyclic. There's a difference. I look forward to starting a new server and starting all over again. I suppose something like this. It offers me almost like a forever game in many ways. I've been very surprised by it, to be honest. I knew I'd enjoy it, but I've been very surprised at how much I've been enjoying it. Sound seems really loud today. Wonder if I've just turned up my headset. Good morning, Z. How are you doing? Hey, how come you're not at work? Have you got the week off, have you, Z? You're travelling, aren't you? In fact, are you not already there, Z? Did you go over the weekend? This is probably the best 7 days to mod I've ever seen. It's very good. It is very good, mate. I look forward to watching that after your recommendations. Edge of Tomorrow. I know I've seen it, but I can't remember it. I seem to remember Tom Cruise at the start. I'll be careful with spoilers, but kind of stuck in like a time loop or something. That's about all I can remember. How you doing, Mr. Elegon? Did you have a lovely weekend? How's everyone doing, mate? Oh, you're at work, are you? See? Oh, you're not off yet. When do you head over there? Is it when's the big day, Z, for James? Is it at the weekend or? You get that a lot. I don't know what it is about it. It's just something that doesn't sit right. I don't know because I don't have that feeling cap, but I can get it. I can totally get it. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's an interesting one, mate. It's No Man's Sky is simply one of those games that was heralded as like going to be that game that was hyped above and beyond nearly any other game that I can imagine, and therefore it started appealing to people that were never going to like it. I think I like the randomness of it, you know, that sense of exploration. I love the sense of isolation. It's why I was saying the multiplayer actually isn't a huge thing to me. I think it's going to be really nice for people that sit down. I mean, Z's a good classic example, you know. She's got her partner who, you know, who she lives with, and they can play a game together. You know, if you've got a partner or maybe a sibling or even a child, and you can sit down and you can play this game together. But to me, that is where that would end. I don't really see it as a big, sprawling multiplayer game, because a lot of it is about that quiet sense of isolation, of exploration, discovering things at your own leisure. Now, the only way that multiplayer is going to really appeal to me maybe is us all getting together on a planet at some point. Maybe making a large build, colonising a whole planet perhaps. That's, you know, to see where we can take the game. But, you know, multiplayer was like, it was like, oh, the game's not got multiplayer. Oh, let's all hate on No Man's Sky because there's no multiplayer. But actually, the game never really needed multiplayer to do what it set out to do. The fact that we've got it, I think, is simply a bonus. It works great for some people. I don't want to really be having to worry about what other people are after and what resources they're after. I've got enough on my plate and worry about what I'm up to in my spaceship. I'm sure later on in the game, multiplayer becomes a bigger part and a bigger focus, perhaps. You know, this is another one of those games that I'd play not because it's multiplayer, in the sense that I could do the same things in party chat. You know, I could have a chinwag with Elegon about something, but I wouldn't have to even be playing the same game, to be honest. You know, No Man's Sky doesn't take an okay game and make it a fantastic game by adding multiplayer. And yet, that was one of the big hate topics on the internet about why No Man's Sky sucked, because it had no multiplayer. I tell you what, it taught me a lot about the way gamers work, to be honest. The lack of brains behind the eyeballs, to be honest. Reacher, I don't know what he keeps saying. Reacher, is Reacher the name of the dude, McGlashan? Is that Tom Cruise's character? Are you heading out tomorrow, are you, Z? Oh, nice one. The Fox Trail on Saturday and lots of No Man's Sky on Sunday. How you getting on with it, Elegon? Oh, it's Thursday's the big day. Oh, right. Okay, cheers, Z. We'll be sure to... Did everything work out, Z? Just, you know, did everything all work out, mate? You've seen The Last Samurai, and I don't know about Valkyrie, but I'll definitely check it out. Well, I don't know about that. The first Jack Reacher film is great. The second one is pants. Oh, Jack Reacher. Oh, God, I'm getting all confused. All worked out, check with Discord DMs. Oh, cheers, Z. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so far behind on DMs, honestly, so far behind. Need to get some actual quality time with Discord this week. It's been manic. I only got in the house, what? I mean, how long have we been streaming? 18 minutes. I got in the house probably 28 minutes ago, in that case. Hey up, Mr. Blower. You had any more chance to play with the old Shadow PC, Elegon? Right, let's oh, hang on, what's going on here? Maintenance. So, what do we want in here then? I want to try and get rid of some of the stuff we've got. Magnetized ferrite's all done. Sodium nitrate's all done. Lemium, so there's nothing there. Radion we'll get rid of. Sodium nitrate magnetized. Pure ferrite will pop in there. Get that working. Take out the condensed carbon. And then that fuel supply, which is carbonate. We should have some carbon to throw in there. Oh, did I do that right? Yes, I did. You got many hours into this, Ella. Still getting to grips with it, to be honest, mate. Every day I play, there's something else pops up. Why am I condensing the carbon? It's more effective, yeah. So it takes up less space and it's more effective at recharging things. And it's used for just about everything. I always keep some magnetized ferrite and some carbon. Oh, so it's red when it's still... Oh, right, okay. So let's take that out. Take that. Pick that up. Take that out. Pick that up. Yeah, I can't... I actually can't remember what we came down to the planet for, guys. Can we just crack on with that quest chain for a little bit? No free stops. I'll tell you what then, let's go to exosuit. Transport that to the starship. Back to the starship. Was I putting selenium there, or was I throwing it to the freighter? Throwing it up to the freighter, weren't we? So, selenium, freighter. Press it now. Dihydrogen. Interesting. Get rid of the ferrite dust. Copper and sodium and carbon can all be smelted down. We'll send some Mordite to the station. Radion we'll get rid of. That can go up there. Where's that last pod gone? Take that out. And we'll drop in some carbon again. That's why I want to drink my coffee, guys. Get it all started and we can crack on then. You're right, Valion. How's things below her? How's your No Man's Sky adventures going? I couldn't, but I took out my old gaming notebook. Not the current one. I will test it on that just to see how reliable is it. No, I didn't know. Not had a chance to test anything on it. I've just been flat out. We had some rather extended streams over the last few days, mate, so... I am enjoying it a lot, Paloa. Yeah, it is. It's always weird when I take a step away from 7 days, and I was just saying earlier about 7 days is the most advanced survival game I've ever played, and yet when I step away and I play something like this, I actually realise how actually fundamentally shallow it is. Now that's not a criticism of 7 days. It's just something you're not aware of when you're playing it. It terrifies me, the thought of going 12 to 17 and racing through that content, because I don't think it's going to take me long to get through it. It's really weird. When I'm playing 7 days, all I can think of is 7 days. I love the game. There is something inherently just magical about it. There really is. But every now and again, when I walk away from it and go and play something else, and I look back on 7 days, and I think, what would I have done on that stream, a 12-hour stream on 7 days? And actually, it boils down to just a couple of the same things over and over and over and over. It's the creative elements that makes 7 days fun, I think. Which is why I'm very, very concerned for the way that Ravenhurst is going. I think if we go back, which we will be going back, obviously to play more 7 days, we are going to have to not play Ravenhurst. I'm really unhappy with the overall direction at present, and I'm still trying to get it clear in my head what it is that's niggling me about it. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to Alpha 17 above all. To see how much it opens the game out. You know, that AI could really fundamentally change the way we play it. I'm quite excited for it. It's weird, isn't it? Because actually it makes you realise how pathetic, and I do mean pathetic, you know, I'm going to say it harshly, some survival games are. You know, 7 Days really is the absolute pinnacle of survival games out there. You might not like zombies, but you've got to give it credit where credit is due. It does so much more than any other game in that genre. And yet, when you step away from it, you realise There's not, you know, when you play something like No Man's Sky, a really, really small dev team, I mean, obviously with huge funding from Sony, or at least, like, I guess so. And you think about the scope of some of these games that are out there. It's pretty scary stuff, man. No Man's Sky, the problem with No Man's Sky is there's just too many bugs. Every time I hop on a forum, every time I watch another streamer for half an hour, it's bugs, 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 bugs. I'm terrified to do anything with the freighter, guys. Absolutely terrified. I mean, Tsar, I can't remember exactly what happened, but I'm sure I read something about Tsar having to, like, roll back to a save because something happened to his freighter or something. Oh, hang on a minute. Did we ever? That's a good point. The freighter. No, not the freighter, the starship. Weren't we making, like, a little... Oh, we've got it. There's the economy scanner and there's the teleport receiver. I have no idea what we're doing, guys. Have a quick look at the log. We must have landed on that planet to do something, guys, and I'm buggered if I know what it was. Locate the long distance transmitter. High impact kill creatures. Hidden samples. Return to the mission agent. Track and scan planetary. Should we go and do that? So, find a mission agent. What's this? Turn to the mission agent. Find a space agent aboard a space station. Giving me 2, or is that just on? That was just on my compass, wasn't it? Let's go and do this because I'm a bit interested in how the quest system works. That's gorgeous, that is, isn't it? Should we? Tell you what, let me. Got me quite fascinated playing this game, to be honest. Above and beyond everything about the world, it's frightening to think just how big a galaxy actually is. I really didn't have any idea how big a galaxy truly was, and it's terrifying. It truly is terrifying. Is it louder than normal, or is it just my headset? Why not? I think I've knocked my headset. You've got about 5 hours into next. You're still trying to get enough money for a better ship. I need more cargo. Oh, inventory management's a nightmare, mate. Oh, you're eating lunch at work? What? Oh my god, it's already late, isn't it? Yeah, I'm used to starting earlier, aren't I? Get back to it on Monday. Today, sorry, at Plower. Starscream is in chat. Looking forward to playing with you, bro. You've actually dived into Atom RPG and I'm loving it. Takes you back to the old Atom. Oh, that's the one you put up. Oh, yeah, let me make a note of that, dude. Is that what it's called? I know someone asked what the name of the game was. Atom. Yeah, because it looked like a Fallout RPG. Yeah, looks cool, dude. Made me laugh, the screenshot you took, dude. Did I ever play some Nautica? No, I haven't, but it is on the list, mate. We've got Empyrean Galactic Survival, and we've got Subnautica, and there was another one, wasn't there? We've got 3 games that we're really going to try and hit up. And a fun weekend camping in the Ardennes. The Ardennes, visit the Citadel of Dinant. Getting some history into the kids and went for a wildlife stroll as well. Oh, it sounds like I had a nice time, mate. I don't think so, mate. I don't think it was a refueling run. It might have been brake, but it's not ringing any bells, will it? Should we check the sound? Do you reckon the sound's changed? Network and voice, general options, music. It's 25 and 25, mate. Anybody, are you struggling to hear me today? It's definitely the same sound. The only reason it's louder for me is because I must have charged my headset, so I've changed the throttle, the volume. I've found an S-Class ship. We found an exotic ship, but I can't afford them. I've only been playing a couple of days, mate. So even though I think we found 3 exotics now, haven't we? I'm going to start taking pictures of them. The SFX. I wonder why it's different today, then. It's definitely louder, isn't it? I'm almost wondering if there's a problem. Because that sound was really good before, wasn't it? Let me just check something on my end. Why would it suddenly change? Wonder why the sound's gone weird. Makes no sense, does it? Nothing's changed my end at all. Shall we quit out of the game and come back in, do you think? I've got an autosave there, haven't I? Should we just, let's just quit out. It's definitely louder, and I actually thought it was just my end, but as you say, if you're all saying the same thing, then it must be a local thing. No, because I keep all my sound volumes in Windows static, mate. Exactly for that reason. So nothing, absolutely nothing has changed volume wise. Check all of these are okay. If anything, it's actually down 4 points. So I know I did knock that. Isn't that weird? Why it's so loud? Let's go back into the game, see if it. No, I know No Man's Sky is a pain in the arse for settings, isn't it? So sometimes you actually have to wait for a save to hit before it will actually save your settings, let alone your game. You don't hear a problem with the sound. Oh, there's not. So it is the same then. Oh, right. Okay, hang on. Does everything sound alright? Caterpillar, is everything the same as normal? That guy's saying it's louder. You right, Nature Beats? How you doing, bro? Wait, my phone was low on volume. You knob. You knob. You right, Hummus? How you doing, bro? So it's like Fallout meets Stalker. Oh my god, dude. That sounds like literally sort of sex, bro. Oh my god, I didn't like that. And that sounds... It does seem louder. It definitely seems louder. But as we can quite clearly see in the options, general options, this is exactly where it's always been. Do that and see if it magically changes anything. It's changed the volume because I can see the peak dropped. It's you, Grum, the same as Bob. Alright, okay. Sounds exactly... we'll start playing with the sound, alright? Now let's see if we can find a... What was it? An oxygen thingy, wasn't it? Technology modules, oxygen capsules, unstable plasma, nothing else there, nothing else there. No point in worrying about that then. Right, in that case, we need to find... It's changed my quest, hasn't it? Milestones, log, in samples, return to the mission agent. Is to be there. There we go. Interloper. Do the opportunities here offer clues to my journey? Oh, hang on. No, I can't hear anything. Okay. There is only one way to find out. The lifeform offers access to a list of missions and their associated rewards. Browse the missions. We'll hand in the ones we've currently got. Oh, wow, check these out. Abandoned runaways, interwoven analysis, scan 5 minerals, collect 250 uranium and kill 16 creatures. Collect 250 pyrite. Oh, jeez. Locate a missing person could be fun. 100 nanites. And let's see if we can hand in the ones we've got as well. Hand in missions. In samples. 11,000 credits. Thank you very much. Entirely safe freight. That was the courier mission. 89 nanite clusters. Thank you very much, sir. Lovely, bloody jubbly, mate. Grum, you missed a little question, mate. Why did you condense the carbon? I didn't miss it at all. Do you not listen? Do you ask questions and just not listen to me? You're very naughty, Alagon. Browse missions about now. Let's leave there. Yeah, it takes up less space and it's more efficient. So yeah, it's definitely worth doing, Alagon. I do it with carbon and magnetized ferrite. What I tend to do is try and keep in my exosuit. I keep oxygen for life support. I keep sodium nitrate in here. Always try and keep 1,000, which means I know if I get into a really rough space combat, I can recharge my ship's shields. The magnetized ferrite is really good for recharging some of the basic tools. And then I just have the increased carbon. I don't know why I got so much because I needed to make, I think it was hermetic seals or something like that. Because I got this, look, Alagon. I got an S-class 24 slot. Oh, that's what we might have been doing, dudes. Chromatic metal, look. We were repairing the slots on this, weren't we? I think we were after copper. Yeah, this thing was completely broken. Like, completely broken. Starship. How are we doing for fuel on the Starship? Pulse and launch isn't too bad. Yeah, we're okay for a little bit. Alright, in which case, we're off then. We've got a whole day in front of us exploring. Where should we go? What should we do? What sites should we see? Assemble the fleet. We could do that. High impact standoff. Locate creatures on a planet's surface. Hazardous commodities. Source items for the client. There are many ways to source an item. Locate them through planetary blah blah blah. A life form on planet Eelzebu the 8th. Ask my help in resolving the situation. Source items for the client. Search archives for data. Automated. That needs a base computer. Let's go and have a look at this. Hazardous commodities. Gather copyright. Well, let's go and do it. Why not? Let's go and do it. You actually turned down the graphics because it actually felt wrong. Wow, dude. You really wanted that old school vibe, didn't you, bro? Yeah, I got given it for free, Alagon. There was a Fakeen who seemed a little bit stressed, so I went and gave him a rub-a-dub-dub, basically, mate. A little pat on the back, and he really liked it, so he offered me a free. It's a copyright. I mean, copyright is just space poop, right? It's got a copper. We're going. Can anyone remember if there were any animals on Grumbadeni? It's got animals there, look. Don't know if we can feed any of them, mate. That's the one with the carnivores, isn't it? That's got quite a few herbivores on Grumbodia 1. That was the one where we just couldn't land. That was like god tier Hoth sort of nightmare, wasn't it? Grumbodia 1. What's that? How do you know what planet that is, Grumbodia 1? And there's a space anomaly over there as well, so let's head over that way. Yeah, I'm not too. I don't want to do the Alice quests, to be honest, that guy. I think I'd rather just have a little roam around, get a couple of missions done. I fancy doing those when I've got an early start. We started a bit late today, that guy. So fancy mopping up some of the side quests, I think. Nah, I don't need to upload them. All it gives me is money or nanites, mate. A lot of people are obsessed with constantly uploading. I tend to do that when we're having a coffee, just chilling out, rather than just doing it every 30 seconds. Just do it like once a stream or something. It seems daft to just constantly keep uploading every 30 seconds. You actually struggle with the fuel? I'm not myself, dude. I think as you get more familiar with the game, Alagon, you'll probably find that you know what resources you. Oh, hang on, that is not the entrance, is it? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think as you get more familiar with the game, mate, you'll start realising what materials you need to have on you at all times, really. Sure. There we go, there it is. Might as well go and see our friends. So, well, they're Nada and Polo, I think they are. Yeah, I don't worry about nanites until I get to the next system, you see, Crisis. I don't need to spend them, so it's just clicking menus more times than I need to, I suppose, is the way I see it. We're going to upload them, just upload them all at one time. But when I hit a new sector and I'm on the space station and we're looking at what blueprints they've got available. Now, I might need to actually change my... change it, haven't we? Hello, Mr. Polo. I think we've come back because we had to wait an hour or so to come back, didn't we? What have we seen since we last visited him? We'll tell him a tale of discovery, I think. And that monolith, didn't we? Wonderful friend, there is so much in our little world. So many things to see, to study, to preserve. I will support your good work. Please take this. Now, friend, I finished with the data you gathered on our alien friends. Perhaps you might help him with some new work. Talk, read, study monoliths if you can find them. Give yourself a strong brain to match those strong legs. To explore is to discover yourself, friend. Polo bobs up and down happily, convinced that I'm a kindred spirit in an odyssey of exploration and invention. Polo was once a specialist in interspecies trade and communication. They learned to speak many languages, their mind changing as they did. Once they cared only for trade, now they wanted something more. Everything changed when they met Nada. Polo wonders if learning alien languages will affect me in the same way. They wish to broaden my horizons and explore the limits of my understanding. Collect translation data. We've got a life support module. We had a life support module last time, didn't we? It was terrible. Was it like 4%? Where did we put that? Was that in the multi-tool? Where did we put that? Is it that? I swear we installed that somewhere. Oh, that's the new one, isn't it? Technology. It's in here. Oh no, it was that one. It's the ammonium stabilizer level. 4% solar panel. That is just trash, mate. Move that down. Gives me a total of 8%. It's just not worth it. I might as well just scrap them. I think I'd rather have the space, to be honest. Alright, whatever. We'll take it. Thank you very much. We won't be ungrateful. Thank you very much. Oh, hang on, he's still got a question. What's that? Friend, does your lexicon overflow? How has the chatter between beings evolved these past souls? Transmit language data. Gek runs an instrument over my head, their hands trembling with excitement. Polo then turns to fiddle with their arcane machinery, offering me another choice of technology. I'm gonna go for exosuit. Clever. A strong suit, a long life, friend. Friend, you have given me much to consider. Please, I must take some time. Perhaps you might explore a little more, yes. Find interesting stories to tell us. Our home loves to gather stories. You will know when I am ready, friend. All I ask is you see the sights I cannot. Looks like a repeating quest, that one. That's, is it a 1 hour or something time? I can't remember. A bit more than that now. Here's another gift. The anomaly sometimes teaches me things, friend, and I shall teach them to you. An Atlas Pass 1. Boom! Boom! Boom, 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 boom. At last, mate. At last. Oh, yes. And I've got 3 microprocessors. Now I'm going to assume that is something that did we install that in here? No, how do I make an Atlas pass? Atlas pass. So we'll go and get some copper from somewhere, and then we will head back to our freighter. We have a mission. You're right, Chance Lando. Hope you're having an awesome time in No Man's Sky. I think I'm going to jump back into it because any game you start playing, I end up starting to play. It's a really fun game, mate, honestly. I'd like to turn it into quite a long-term project, to be honest, mate. I really would. I'd love to see us all enjoy the game, explore a little bit, and then all try and meet up somewhere one day, mate. Oh, yes! And we've got combat. Where's the bad dudes, bros? Where's the bad dudes? No, I don't want the galactic map. No, come out of that. Where's the bad dudes? You just said that I've got the dudes with the bounty. Oh no, have I missed him? Oh, there he is. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Good morning, Serenity. We get to do Pew Pew Bowling McGrew. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it, Chance. Honestly, I think it's a really... Oh no, we need to get out of here, don't we? Oh no, here he is. We've got him. Morning. Is he actually down on the surface? No way, bro. We're actually going to get atmospheric combat. Oh, this could be insane. Well, I think we are, you know. Oh, this is it. Oh my god, this game just keeps getting better, bros. I'm going to struggle on yeah, I'm going to struggle here, and he's going to have every advantage in the book on me. In space, it's not quite so bad, but... I really struggle to get my shit turned. This is going to be tough, mate. We really need a proper combat ship. We really do need a proper combat ship. That's a bit better. If I can try and stay right on his backside. Oh, he's got lasers. Proper pew pew lasers. There we go. And try and get the pods. Do we get the pods? Oh, that is wicked. That is really cool. Atmospheric combat. Beautiful. And we're now down on a planet, so let's go and see if we can find some copper. Look at this. This is actually an oceanic world. I don't even know what planet we're on, guys. And how will I even find that out? My god, look at it. Is there any way to go underwater other than swimming? I think the exocraft. Oh my god, there really is. It's huge. No way. This must be a planet we've not been to. Oh, think of all the aquatic creatures that might be here. Good morning, Advina. How's things, Serenity? Does anyone use the Raga Trinity? No, sorry, mate. To be honest, I'm not even sure I know what that one is. I borrowed one from my friend a little while back, which was a very, very nice mouse. I don't know if it was the Raga. Is that how you pronounce it? The Raganaga? The Raganaga? Because mine stopped working, didn't it? So I had to go and borrow his. He was on holiday, or due to go on holiday, so I nicked it for a little bit. That looks like a monolith down there, doesn't it? Should we go and have a... How you doing, Tal? How you feeling today, bro? Thanks for keeping us in the loop, dude.